Next one, number 8, Patrick Mills.
Bryant, right side. Davis. That one's good. And the assist to Bryant.
Oh, embracing contact on the way up. I mean, Davis is terrific at keeping his composure on these challenging finishes.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Kobe Bryant is out there with Kevin Durant. Then it's Anthony Davis. Then there's LeBron James. And it's O'Neal in at the center position. Here's Durant. And Durant with the big finish.
Oh, you gotta love the intelligence of James. He understands the game like few others. I mean, spots the open man with ease. Yeah, a living legend. LeBron James, more all-NBA selections than any player in history, and he's still going to score.
Here's Claxton. 5 on the clock. Tipped away. It's stolen by James. Up ahead. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Now look, an assist like that gets Durant more hyped than any other play he makes. He loves creating an easy bucket for a teammate.
And LeBron in his mid-30s. He's not slowing down. Chris, it seems like he's getting better.
Just think about it. Scoring, rebounding, and assisting at career-high rates. I mean, we know Father Time is undefeated, but LeBron's probably going with Father Time for the longest round.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Irving against Durant. On the wing, Bryant shoots over Mills. Pass to O'Neal. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Durant against Irving. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Durant against Durant. 6 to shoot. Now here's Irving. He's covered closely and not going to go. He misses his first attempt of the night. James with the ball, and it's Mills picking him up. Oh, and the jam by James.
Oh, come on. Hall of Fame, athleticism, and ability. James has no problem throwing it down in style.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Chicago.
They've carried out a great game plan in the paint so far, working it down low a lot and getting high percentage looks.
Also, their passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Now here's Irving. Here's Durant. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving.
There was a time when people said Durant didn't finish well through contact. Those days are long gone.
Here's Durant. Kicks it out to Bryant. Pass to O'Neal. Now Irving. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Poke loose. Outside Mills. Shot clock at 5. Here's Claxton. Outside Durant. Drills it from deep. Durant's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Durant's had total confidence in his jumper. Probably since the first jumper he took. I mean, he's one of the most natural-looking shooters you'll ever see.
Davis finds James. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Now here's Durant. He's got 5. High post Claxton. And Bryant pulls it down. Here's James. Here's O'Neal. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Timeout called. Brooklyn.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
It's the T-shirt bonanza. I'm telling you, we get T-shirts for everybody. But we only give them out to the loudest fans. You want one? Let's go.
5 left in the opening quarter. Pass to Edwards. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First team foul.
That free throw no good. Simmons is checked in for Kyrie Irving.
And out the line, shooting 2.
And he sinks the second. The visitors with the ball. 6-point game. Simmons against Morant. On the take. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Man, he takes off like a rocket. I mean, there's a suddenness to Morant's game that most athletes don't have.
Simmons with it. Pass to Thomas. Clock at 6. That shot off. Excellent D there from Bryant. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And the dunk by Leonard.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
Yeah, true. But now it's about sustaining their energy and maintaining the focus.
Morant against Simmons. Pass to Edwards. Over Leonard. Hits the front of the rim and out. And so it's Chicago, ending the quarter up 10. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We'll be right back after this word. To have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
We've got Ben Simmons. James Johnson is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Edwards. And it's Thomas in at the 2-guard spot.
Awesome at cutting inside. The quick feet of Simmons are hard to keep up with on the drive.
Ben Simmons is checked in for Ja Morant. And asked about his qualities as a player, Simmons once said, getting the rebound and going, that's probably the most fluid part of my game.
That's when he looks like Magic Johnson, going end to end, using his size and straight line speed to full effect.
And for Chicago, Kristaps Porzingis out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then it's Carmelo Anthony. Then it's Ben Simmons. And it's Leonard in at small forward. And for Brooklyn, Johnson is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Edwards. Then it's Ben Simmons. And it's Thomas in at the shooting guard position. The ball's knocked loose. Drummond passes to Simmons. And rejected. Inside, Antetokounmpo. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
Great feed. Simmons, the passing skills of a point. At 6'10", he can see the whole court.
Simmons against Simmons. On the break. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Now, we know he can hit threes, but Kristaps showing he can slam it too.
Timeout called. Brooklyn.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. To the paint. Here's Curry. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. And a chance to add to the lead here.
Yeah, B.A., they should really stick with what they've been doing. They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
And the jam by Brown.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
The incomparable length. I mean, Giannis with those big strides and the reach to finish against anyone.
Now here's Griffin. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
It's been a heck of a journey for Blake Griffin in his NBA career. I mean, he's played on some good teams and some not so good teams. It's a great team.
You know, one thing about Griffin's NBA career, no matter the caliber of the team, you know what he's going to bring to the table.
Yeah, it was that vintage mix of power and explosiveness. And very few players have the physical ability he does. I mean, they don't make a whole lot of players in the mold of a Blake Griffin.
Really left him alone that time.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Here's Curry, drives to the hoop, and he comes up with a bucket. Curry's got his first basket of the night.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Outside Simmons. It's good, and the assist that time from Leonard.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Curry passes to Durant. There's a whistle. That goes on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul of the game. Claxton, he's checked in for Griffin.
Into the lineup for your home team, Nicholas Claxton.
Here's Durant. Outside Mills. Three-pointer. Sends it home from three-point land. Mills has got 6.
And that's almost a sure thing when you leave the neck wide open on the perimeter. I mean, that's his sweet spot.
The kick out to Simmons. They grab their own miss. And it's in there.
An authoritative play by Porzingis, dominating the glass and getting the second chance look.
Simmons against Irving. Pass to Durant. Over Porzingis. On target from about 13 feet. He has 7.
You have to appreciate guys who can work the mid-range area. It's clearly how you keep defenses honest.
Oh, yeah, flexibility is crucial. You have to be able to take what the defense gives you.
The B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And of course, Kevin Durant signing a big extension this summer, fresh off a gold medal for the U.S., where he was the most dominant player in the world in Tokyo, and now locked in his next 4 years with the Brooklyn Nets. A great deal for him and a great deal for his squad.
Oh, he's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Outside for Morant. Hits a three-pointer.
In motion, Morant's shooting ability is solid, but when he's this setup, it's outstanding.
We've got 33 seconds left in the second. Here's Durant. Durant pulls it in. And George with the jam.
And we know George is a great shooter, but when he's attacking the rim like that, it gives this team a whole different attitude.
Durant inside, checked by Davis. Durant's shot is off, and here comes the break. And there's Durant. That one's good. On the assist by Morant. Durant's got his second bucket on the night. With 1 on the clock. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so it's Chicago sitting on a comfortable 21-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. We'll be back in a moment. After a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. One of the stories here, Kevin Durant. He's getting it done today.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? Keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Stephen Silas. We've got Paul George. Anthony Davis is out there with Kevin Durant. Then there's Ja Morant, and it's Gasol in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Outside Mills, lets it fly. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him. Mills has got 8 points. Chicago with the ball. It's George on the wing. Gasol passes to George. Second chance effort. And the layup is good by Gasol.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
Yeah, you got to be locked in at all times. Their inconsistent play is a big reason why they're losing.
A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sail.
And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball. The visitors with the ball.
Might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. You just need to calm down, play their game.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And the defense has to be aware of this. When you don't put a body on him, you pay the consequences.
Chicago with the ball. Here's Morant. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Morant's got his 3rd basket of the night.
George can make the tough passes. He can also make the easy ones, too. No way he was going to miss the wide-open man on that one.
Now here's Durant. He's got 9. And Durant with the big finish.
Woo! VA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. And KD always in the debate over who's the top dog in this league.
And what's interesting is he doesn't really want any part of that discussion. He said, one thing I told myself, don't worry about who people say is the best player. Blocking out distractions is key to achieving greatness.
Timeout called. Brooklyn.
Well, as great as he is, Anthony Davis is his own toughest critic. It's not enough to be a star. He wants to leave no stone unturned to be great.
And now around 2 minutes going by in this half. Here's Simmons. And it's Simmons with the jam.
The physicality of Simmons on display. Showing some fight and fearlessness with plays like this.
And Davis, a complete player, and yet he's still improving, Chris.
As a passer, a scorer,
哎呦，
there's
打这么花哨。
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Simmons against George. Irving for 3. No good there. Now Chicago takes it the other way. And he's going for the lob. Oh, what a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. He shoots it. Rejected by James.
Oh, you got to be cautious around James. He's always on the hunt to swat away shots. Defense in your rear view. may be closer than they appear.
Last 2 minutes to play.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Pass to Irving. Kick out to Brown. Shot clock at 6. In transition. Here's James. Yep, that one's good. James has got 7 points in the game.
And they have really ramped up the pace.
Aldridge outside. George against Irving. Lays it up and banks it in.
Irving does a solid job maintaining his balance, even with the D being all over him. Impressive athleticism.
Simmons against Morant. To the inside. Davis. And finished off by Davis.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
Yeah, you can clearly see which offense is better right now. We'll see if that continues the rest of the way.
Now here's Irving. Rejected by George.
I mean, just a top defender in the NBA. George's wide wingspan and fast, incredible instincts really help him stifle shooters.
And with Paul George, Grant, you know what he delivers. Very consistent in what he'll bring to each game.
I mean, the scoring is always going to be there, but his defense doesn't take a night off either. I mean, very nice and consistent production from him.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
Well, he said jump with me if you want to go viral. Ja Morant with the explosiveness to live in the lane and soar to the rafters.
George with the block. Here's Simmons. There's the drive.
Such an impressive athlete. The way Simmons moves on the drive is so natural and under control.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Irving. Uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
And that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
And George with the jam.
Yeah, great job by George. Now, part of what makes him such a great wing is his crazy ability off the bounce.
Right side, Irving. Rejected by George. They recover it. And so it's Chicago with a gigantic 33-point lead at the close of the quarter. Well, it's clear the defensive focus was to shut down Kyrie Irving, because so far it's working. More 2K action in just a moment. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it to the film session.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got James Johnson, also Andre Drummond out there, Patrick Mills out there with Edwards, and it's Thomas in at the 2 spot.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Drummond. Great D that time from Porzingis.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Count it. Good.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Bryant's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. Here's Thomas, covered by Bryant. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
And he knows it, too. He tried to get away with it. Sometimes you do. That time he didn't.
Now, here is James. Porzingis finds James. Off target from three-point range.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Here's Thomas, covered by Bryant. Right side Edwards. Outside Mills. 6 on the shot clock. Down low. Here's Drummond. That one a little long. Bryant with it, and it's Mills picking him up. Bryant, the pass to Porzingis. Kicks it out to Bryant. Here's the three. Nails it from beyond the arc. Bryant's got 7 points for the quarter.
The unique perspective of a big. Porzingis has great awareness and the ability to easily find the open man.
Outside Mills. They need this. LeBron with the rebound. Chicago with the ball. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed.
The long strides of Giannis help him get down the court fast. A lethal player in transition.
Now here's Mills. Outside Edwards. Pass to Drummond. Here's Thomas. Covered by Bryant. Back to Drummond. Over to the wing. Lets it go from deep. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got 4 rebounds in the game. And it's Simmons with the jam.
And 6'10" Simmons, I mean, he has some insane handles. He's phenomenal at creating for himself.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Pass to Thomas. Oh, and Bryant with the block. Antetokounmpo against Johnson. And here's Bryant outside. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency. And got... What do you think about the hustle stats for Chicago?
All those block shots, that's a clear indicator of the great D they've been playing. Not giving them an inch of space out there.
I'll tell you something else. The points they've scored on the fast break tonight have been a major factor.
.156 left in the final quarter. Pass to Thomas. And out of bounds, it'll be Chicago ball.
Goes to the away team.
Aldridge is checked in for Edwards.
LaMarcus Aldridge.
Chicago with the ball. Right now on a 14-0 run. Out to Anthony. The 3-ball. Sinks it from distance.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
Well, as long as they're hitting like this, how can you blame them? They're on a tear.
Now here's Simmons. A minute 22 left in the final quarter. Clock at 6. And it's Simmons with the jam.
I mean, that's too easy for Simmons. I mean, the closer he gets to the bucket, the more dangerous he is.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
Now here's Simmons. Shoots from 12. And the shot no good, a bit short. Leonard attacking, and the dunk by Leonard.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
That's the dagger. You can tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Here's Thomas. Outside Simmons. Shoots over Davis. Another miss by Simmons. Gasol passes to Davis. And he drops it in from the low post.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Now here's Simmons. Pass to Griffin. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Simmons. Over Anthony. And it's Simmons missing. Leonard outside. No good.
Wonderful instincts on the defensive end. I like how Simmons stays after his man. He's not letting him get comfortable.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that about wraps it up. Alongside Chris Webber, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and the entire 2K Sports crew,